Legally Blind.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Shit I podcast. I'm your host, Skylar. You know me. And today we have Mr. Bradley.
The house,
So
y'all. What's up?
And right now we have Jose.
Oh.
We cannot wait to touch up on the things that we have going on tonight. We have so much to talk about, new things, new movies, new shows that's coming up this year and next year, and the previous things that we have, seen and, talked about. So let's get right into it. So right now we're going to talk about House of Dragons, the latest episode, the last episode, episode 8. So what do you guys think about that?
I like that episode. I'm so proud right now. I don't even know. The best
First
thing
off, that was amazing. Second of all, I wish the episode could feel like that intro because it was a huge letdown.
Yeah, I like that intro. I wanted to. I want to go to HBO or Max or whatever the hell they calling themselves and pimp hand slap the entire crew. Like everybody that had anything to do with making that the season finale has to run my fade. They got to come find me, and I'm gonna put some Vaseline and some baby oil and just go to the ground.
Oh no, that did not come out the way you thought it did. Like
nah, that came out exactly as I thought it would.
That's crazy.
Like, everything about this whole episode, well, a lot of people feel like it was a trailer for season 3 that's coming up, which I totally agree. Because, I'm happy that, what's his name, Damon, he came in and showed his respect for Rhaenyra and everything and everybody else. And I like how he did the hurrah with the guys at, the whole army, which was cool. But, I wanted a fight. I wanted to see war. I wanted to see bloodshed. I wanted to see the dragons dance again, But
Sky came fully out of her shell. She was swinging. Respect.
Well, I mean, somebody had to, because the one thing that I asked Damon to finally go do, he now wants to chill out and take my advice.
Nobody told. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna start blaming your ass. You kept telling him to chill. You kept telling him to relax. He probably saw this because I've been promoting these episodes, and he took it seriously. Now look at what we got. It's your fault. It's your fault, Bradley. Son of a monkey.
Son of a monkey. That's crazy. At least the dragons like melanin. I don't gotta take this. Like, that's wild.
They like melanin. I'm not forgiving you. This entire time, you always like, he gotta chill. Then he chilled, and you're like, yo, he chilled too much. Look at what happened.
Fine. Now all of a sudden, now you want to calm down. Now you want to give the queen her respect. Like, come on, bruh. The season finale pop off. Do the big one.
No, you acting like a girl in the street. You out here sending mixed signals. Chill out, but also attack. But come on, but don't. He got all confused and discombobulated. He didn't know what to do. It's your fault.
That's crazy.
I need somebody to blame because this was such a letdown. The only good things to come out of this episode are, one, the fact that Sky is clearly upset by this and she's out here shining, threatening dragon dances. She's probably gonna go to Petco and make bearded dragons fight because y'all got her stressed out.
I do want a dragon, actually. I don't mind getting a dragon.
Look what y'all did. Got her getting questionable pets. You know us melanin people can't get questionable pets. Like that random dude you see walking around with a boa.
All I'm saying is, if y'all see all of a sudden Komodo dragons trending on X, you know why.
Sky gonna get a Komodo dragon. Look what y'all did. We don't need that in New York. We already got enough shit to deal with. Got random
the rats. Fuck it.
Had a rat ask me for 50 cents the other day. I didn't even know what he was going to use it for.
On another note, now that we basically all unanimously agree, all of us on the internet with eyeballs and common sense, that this was essentially a trailer for season 3, do we feel like this part 2, which we got to wait a whole calendar year for, is going to be worth it and live up to the dance?
It has to.
Listen, I allowed one Game of Thrones show to let me down. I feel like if I let these people let me down, it's gonna build a relationship with TV shows that I don't want to build. So I just gotta say, if it doesn't live up to stuff, some bad things gonna happen, and for legal reasons, I will not say what. But people's breaks can't get cut in this life. I'm just saying.
That's crazy. What about you, Sky?
I feel like this season or the next season should just like turn up, like just let everything. I know because I already read the books and everything, so I know some things that is going to happen, and the new people that are going to appear in the new season. So I feel like this was just like a slow, let's get to know each other type of season, and then the next one is like, all right, let's amp this up, let's get into it.
All right, fine. If this, I just wish they would have gave me a warning. If this was supposed to be like a building, let me know so I can skip episodes. Like, no, I don't care. I don't.
That's true.
It's not a cheap show to film. It's not. You had an entire season of build-up episodes.
That part.
What?
That part. What's the budget like? Because I'm not trying to hear, season 2 couldn't be great because we didn't have the money. That's because you wasted it all using CGI dragons just for dialogue.
What type of shit is that? They did use CGI dragons for dialogue. Who approved that?
Come on, bro. Stop. Game of Thrones, the first season, there wasn't much. There was some dire wolves or whatever. It was cold. Everybody's wearing the same jacket for like 20 years. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. First season, you had to sleep through it, bear through it. Once they started building, like, hey, you're you, pop off. I didn't expect that. We had a whole show to get us ready to pop off. We got real dragons this time. I'm not trying to wait.
I was so hyped. Now I'm sad. And I get stabby when I'm sad. I'm just saying.
What I feel like,
so can
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there we
what
go.
I feel like is that the latest episode, not this episode, but I think the episode where Aemon and Vhagar, they was, coming towards Rhaenyra's, castle, and then that's when the 3 of the dragons that were, found, the dragon riders that found the dragons or whatever, Vermithor and all that. I feel like they should have just stopped at that episode because that would have been a real cliffhanger. That episode, that last scene,
perfect.
And then I would be like,
and you know what?
Okay,
exactly. You're right. You're right. That would have been the perfect thing to end it on. And you know what? Like if they would have put just the soundtrack behind it, like "Nuck, if you buck, wise up," that would have been dope.
This ain't Deadpool, bro.
So she just show up with a random. I'm just saying she could just show up with a random medieval spliff or some. Just look at them too, like.
But yes, not us coming up with better cutscenes than the writers. That's crazy.
If I figure out how to CGI shit, I'm gonna make that happen. Watch. It's gonna be Nuck if you buck. It should be holding a spliff.
This might be one of the times where, like, 10 years from now, you know how they used to have the commercials like, have you taken this? Do you want compensation? Like, this might be one of those times where, like, in 10 years, the director's cut of this entire series, whatever this is going to come out to be, will actually be worth it to properly see things how it's supposed to go. Because I feel like there has to be somebody from upper management just making these dumbass decisions. Somebody. I don't know who. The ending of Game of Thrones was just the biggest letdown that we've seen in a long time as a whole collective people across the American globe. And then now we have this trailer of a season. It's just like with real dragons and all the CGI, all this build-up, drama, incest, whorehouses. For what? It's
probably some dude named Kyle. Never liked that name.
Fuck Kyle.
Anyway. Kyle.
But yes. Oh my God. But speaking of new stuff, right? Since House of Dragons has ended and The Boys have ended, we did see an amazing movie the other day in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
And I think it's safe to say that it sparked a lot of hope. That's the biggest thing that I think it was like seeing the Avatar come back from the iceberg. It sparked hope for the Marvel Universe yet again. Although no one's talked
Sure.
about it, I think we got to talk about it, right? Because with all these things coming about, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, which is RDJ becoming Doom, while the Kang dynasty, the timeline that never will be, is scrapped like nothing. Like it was an easy decision to make. It was one thing, but RDJ has a history of fuck ups. But Jonathan Majors has one thing which he was essentially proven innocent for, and now his whole line of movies, contract, just in the shredder. We need to talk about it.
We gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna address it as gospel because we are now attending the great church of He who has risen, Marvel Jesus himself. Nombre de Patri. I believe it was the
Yo,
good
I
book of.
can't.
I believe it was the good book of Revelations. Uh, if it's not, Re- Revenicles 1242.
Yo, this nigga here. Oh my God. Jose.
And I gave my lost brother, RDJ, a chance to return, for Kang was not forgiven for his crimes. I'm just saying.
That's
So it was written. So shall it be done.
oh my gosh. Pastor Martinez. Pastor
Gotta hate.
Martinez, everybody.
I'm just saying. Listen, I get it. We recently heard the leaked story of what Kang was gonna be.
Oof.
That was straight fire. If
That
I
sounded
could
so
get that, I would be happy. But he got taken down by the greatest kryptonite on earth. The White Devil. I'm just saying. That's what happened.
Oh my God. Snow bunnies will bring you down if you're not careful.
So bad. So bad. He got proven innocent. Worst thing he did was try to escape too harshly. Don't even know how that's a thing. Sure.
Mm.
And because of that, I have to miss out on an entire storyline. I know that this said person escaped to Europe, and I'm just saying, if I ever find him, they will be punished because that was some bullshit. She ruined a 10-year plan. 10-year plan.
Legit.
Do I
Send back
do I blame
everything.
him? Do I blame him a little? Yes, you should know better. The ancestors warn you. This is why we saw Black Panther. You saw Black Panther, got the wrong message. I don't know where you went. You went out in the alleys and look at what happened. I
Right.
saw Black Panther and I said, my people. You went, look at what happened. Now we don't get to see you as Kang. Do I blame you? Am I mad at you? A little bit. Now you got yourself an OG queen. I got to show her respect, but I'm still mad at your ass for fumbling this level of bag. You got me heated, boy.
Sky, what you think?
Disappointing. Honestly, I was rooting, for him, but things happen, and I really think that they should have given him a chance. Like, no matter what, like they gave other people chances, other actors and actresses chances. But like in this case, like I feel like it wasn't that bad of a, you know, of a
True.
situation.
It was just too recent. It's hard to bank on somebody for a 10-year plan when they just had this within the first year of them establishing the plan. But just Sky has just proven herself to be a black queen because she's really forgiving, and that's what I love about her. That's why I gotta hold them accountable. Stop being a dummy. You fumbled the bag, bruh.
A huge
You
one.
gotta. You could you come back? Yeah, RDJ came back. Listen, we love Robert Downey Jr. We remember his past. It was in the 90s. He didn't get to come back till when? If I want to hold you to the same standard, I expect you to grind and come back. Because you're still young. If we really want to make this plan, 10 years, that's going to be light work. We could get this Kang later on. I would be more than happy to still see this story play out. You just got to put your head down and get this working. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I feel you do have a point though. I didn't think of it that way as well. With it's too recent, And but to Sky's point, I am like disappointed. It was a quick thing. Like, you know, my thing is this: like, Marvel movies take time, right? So there was enough time that I feel like passed during his incident, the resolution of it, public opinion to kind of go a little bit sideways. Like, once he's proved innocent, I feel like from a marketing standpoint, the public's opinion kind of like calmed down. You know, like with a great performance, which you knew Jonathan Majors is completely capable of, it would have washed away just like everything else. You know what I mean? Like, look how many shows and movies they messed up already. One Deadpool movie, and now we're making episodes about it. Just one. Mind you, the last Deadpool movie sucked.
Well, you watch your mouth.
And
Sir.
all right, listen, if that's the hot take for today, fuck it. Deadpool 2 for me was ass. I did not like it. It was weak. I didn't mess with it. Number one set the bar so high for me. When I saw 2, I was like, that's it. This is kind of forced.
But you see, that's the problem. Sometimes it's hard to live up to your own legend. Was it bad? No. Comparatively to all the movies that came out that year, do I have to bring up the Marvels again? Who want to hear the story about the Marvels?
No.
Exactly. Don't nobody want to hear that. No. Comparatively, it was dope. It did its thing. It wasn't as big of a surprise as one, because you were surprised with the that he was allowed to get away with. And when he was doing it on the second one, you're like, oh, okay. I thought he pushed it a little further. It's only as much as you could think.
I just didn't like the pacing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like the way the story was pushed. I didn't like the forced cameos and character inclusion. It just felt very rushed and forced. And like the story wasn't deep enough to be like, this warrants all this drama, in my opinion. I don't know. It just didn't feel like it lived up to the gravitas of what Deadpool became. This movie, though, like, it made sense. You know what I mean? Like, it was a huge storyline that we had to make light of, versus you're making light of something that wasn't even that deep to begin with. You know what I mean?
Okay, I
That's
can see that. Maybe I was hyped because understanding that this third one, there was no way it could fail. You guys might not know the level of insanity that Ryan Reynolds pulled off to get Hugh Jackman to do this, from camping out outside his house for a couple months with a sign that says "Just do it," to
That's
constantly stalking him and harassing him till he did it. Yes, Ryan Reynolds is a fucking machine. He knew what we wanted and he gave it to us, and I will forever love him.
That's dope.
That's
dope. But with that being said, the timeline that number was,
oh god,
I don't know how confirmed it was, but we read some articles recently talking about the proposed storyline of what Kang or the Kangs was supposed to be. And like you said earlier, it was supposed to be really fire. Like, from what I read, again, don't know if it's confirmed, but even back in 2023, last year, they had filmed scenes of Kang in the new Agatha show that's going to come out. So I'm curious to see how they're going to rewrite all that without Kang behind it, because he, like Immortus, one of the most powerful versions of Kang, if not the most powerful version, was supposed to be revealed as the author of the Darkhold, which is the book that everyone who's, if you watch any Doctor Strange movie, you know you just don't fuck around with. What do you do now?
And you know what's crazy? You could kind of see that because Kang's color has always been purple, and the Darkhold's color is purple. And I was like, oh, y'all really believe in color coordinating in this motherfucker.
Just the little details that matter. Just little details.
I have a question though. What is the difference between that book and the Book of Ashanti? Like, is that a Doctor Strange book, and the other book that you guys are talking about is separate, like a King book? I didn't know.
No, both books are similar in what they're capable. The Book of Ashanti is a book of hope and creation. The Darkhold is what it sounds. It is an all-consuming darkness that's just supposed to give you an illusion of what you want and trick you into thinking you're going to get it in a way where it consumes your very being. The more you use it, the more it takes. The more it takes, the more power my guy gets, because essentially he's getting your soul, your life, your essence.
And was that the book that Scarlet Witch was like having towards the end of the? Oh, okay. I see. And it has like different spells and all that.
it doesn't necessarily have spells. It has what you want in it. A show that for some reason they decided to make non-canon was Agents of Shield. In that series, the Darkhold, you would hold it and it would give you a path to get what you want. I wanted to create a physical body when I'm only an AI. If I have the book, it gives me that. It's it creates essentially something that isn't supposed to exist, but it's your darkest desire.
So
Wow.
the best way to put it, Sky, is this way. The Book of Ashanti is more so the book of knowledge and wisdom. So you can use it to like become a very powerful wizard, essentially, right? Like Doctor Strange, right? And the monks. They can just become super powerful. The Darkhold is the opposite, like the yin to the yang of that book. Whereas you can become super powerful, but with dark magic, you become corrupted with a even, if not greater level of power. So it's like you're either going to use the power of light, so to speak, or neutrality, or the power of darkness, which
Got
is
it.
why the Darkhold is so bad. The Book of Ashanti is just like, yo, it's not don't use it because you become evil. It's don't use it because you don't know how to use it and you could fuck everything up. You could sneeze and this whole multiverse will go away by accident. The
But the
Darkhold
dark,
is, yo,
yeah.
don't touch it or else you're going to become the motherfucker we need to kill because you're going to want to kill all of us.
Ironically, the Darkhold, easy as hell to get. Anybody
Right.
can pick it up.
Of course.
The Book of Ashanti, nah, you gotta earn this, kid. You can't just walk up
right?
to it. But the Darkhold, you're like, all right, what are you?
Because it wants to be used. The dark magic within it needs a host, essentially.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like a fun
So now,
parasite.
facts. So my thing is now, how are we gonna just kick that storyline off and just throw in Doctor Doom while you have all these shows already in motion? Like, what are you
Here's
gonna
what
do with this Agatha series now?
here's why I think it'll work. Though Kang's ultimate form is dope, a evil Iron Man Doctor Doom, cherry on top. Doctor Doom has always been a representation of man's hubris to the extreme.
It's true.
In the Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom thought himself greater than the powers that they got. When they didn't accept him, I see myself as royalty. I'm royalty. That I gotta bow or I gotta take them out. He was one of the smartest villains that I have ever seen, and he found a way to use his intellect to destroy, conquer, and become what he wanted to be. Now take that and put it in Iron Man. It's gonna be a fun war. It's gonna be crazy to watch.
I feel that. But my thing is, how do they pivot though? Because you kind of built us up on this whole, like, Doctor Strange for Phase 2 and the beginning of Phase 3 or whatever. I don't know when the transition really started. Essentially became the steering wheel, right? Like once Cap left and we lost Chadwick, RIP, it was like, all right, Doctor Strange is our guy, right? He's the blockbuster hit. He's the driving force. He's the overarching story outside of Spider-Man that we have. And even with Spider-Man, he had to be a crucial part to even reset that bitch. So it's like, now we understand, like, we're going into this realm of wizardry and darkness and magic, especially with Scarlet Witch on the other side of that. You know what I'm saying? Made sense. Both super perfect characters to have this grand idea around because it's ever expanding. It doesn't need to make sense. It's magic. Do whatever the fuck you want. Now that Kang is gone, because that Ant-Man stuff flopped, it was a cute introduction into who Kang was and what's going on. But it's like, now that we know we're going to have to do all this magic stuff for Kang and he's gone, how do we go from magic to cybernetics and quantum physics with Doctor Doom?
No, easy. Doctor Doom is also a magic caster.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fun part of sorcerers. He can be a sorcerer. He has been in a few of the comic books. He's even had the mantle of Sorcerer Supreme.
Will he have it in this version though, with Tony Stark being Doctor Doom?
Listen, sorcery is mostly, that's what I like about it in this. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a magic user. It just means you have to have your intellect and you're able to learn spells.
Doctor
And
Strange, good.
perfect thing about Doctor Doom is he's one of the smartest people on Earth.
Damn. Okay.
He's motivated. He has time, and he has that thirst for power. You fitting to see a whole new element. Thanos was just looking to balance out the universe. Doctor Doom doesn't want to balance it. He wants to have it on its knees.
The fact that in Deadpool, he really just said, hey, look, you see this? All you got to do is just snap and get more resources.
Yeah, I always thought that was like a big plot hole.
That was, I feel dumb for
Wait, when
never
did you
realizing,
say
like,
that?
oh yeah, why didn't you just. I'm sorry, I was thinking about the trailers before where they show all the fan created stuff.
Oh,
Essentially, like, there was like a fan made cartoon where he was like, yeah, you see Thanos? All you got to do is just snap and make
And
more
make
resources instead of trying to cut everybody in half.
Yeah. To be fair, they didn't. I feel like when they changed the original story, where Thanos was actually trying to impress his
Yeah, I
hopefully
remember that.
girlfriend Death, would have made more sense. But they haven't essentially introduced Death as a physical being, so that made it kind of hard.
Right. Speaking of physical beings, Sky,
Oh
you
God.
definitely got your wish the other day with mentioning Wanda, because her man Vision, at least the white version, well, the extra white version, is definitely approved now for a show. How are we feeling about that?
I am extremely excited because Vision is actually one of my favorite characters because like he seems so invincible and he's just seemed like a big part in the Marvel like thing because like he has a stone, you know? He has one of the Infinity Stones and he's just like, good. And I just can't wait to see this new, not this new, but like this new show or this new movie that's coming out because I want to see more of him. Yeah. So,
Yeah, for sure. The
and I
cliffhanger
want
they
to see
left off
Scarlett
on.
and him back together. They're my favorite couple.
You think that's a thing?
I
Yeah.
feel like it has to be. Okay, so he said it on the show. What makes the allegory that he used, the ship of Theseus, is an old metaphor
Yes.
that I
Loved it.
really enjoyed. What makes a
Loved it.
thing a thing? Is it his memories? He has all of Vision's memories.
Correct.
Vision has never technically been truly alive. He was always information.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So if Wanda wanted it, this is technically Vision. You have all of Vision's memories. You're technically Vision. So where would she draw the line emotionally? I feel like this is going to be more emotional driven than anything, and I'm okay with seeing it because even though he seems to look like an unseasoned, very very dry chicken wing, which I guess is the popular thing this year.
I was just about to say,
He's so mean.
It,
you're raw meat. I feel it.
that he looked like he came straight out of Purdue. I don't even know. It was. I feel like this is going to be heavy emotion driven, and I'm going to be curious about it.
No, but that couple, they do such a good job on screen, just portraying that
Yeah.
relationship altogether, and it's
Yeah.
so easily relatable to understand Wanda's motivations the way they write her story.
Fair. And this brings up a valid question. You two, since y'all disagree with me before, if she hooks up with this Vision, is she cheating on the other Vision?
I was just about to ask the same question. Oh my god.
Because
This is
blah,
definitely
blah,
the
blah.
boys situation. Oh, this is
Exactly.
definitely the boys situation.
What's up?
So
What's
it's
up?
like
Who out
three
here with
Visions now because like the first one
3?
died during the war.
Yeah, the first one's dead. The
The
second one was
was her
created by Wanda's memory.
imaginary, right? And then
True.
the third
This-
one was built, and then now he has the memories. So
Wait,
it's
wait,
like
wait, hold on. Wait. The first one, didn't she get mad and go scoop his pieces and basically resurrect him?
No.
Yeah,
no,
she
tried
had the
to.
whole thing when she made the force field.
She made him straight out of memory, bro.
That's crazy.
That was a
Check that.
metaphysical vision
Wow.
that she manifested that mother. Everybody's talking about their manifestation crystals or whatever. She manifested that mother for real.
And her kid.
Okay.
And her kids.
Nah, she was wilding with those kids.
If y'all think imagination is limitless, this she fucking proved it.
See, you know what the thing is? I hate that they got the X-Men so late. because I would have loved to seen that story properly, like it was written in the comics, where she essentially made the pocket dimension and Professor X had to go get her and all that when she made the kids. That'd have been so amazing to see.
Yeah, that'd have been dope.
That'd have been crazy.
Listen, we can't live in the world of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. We got to
Oh, we
deal with what we
can,
got.
because there's literally a series called What If.
That's fair.
Right.
is fair.
We
Love
can.
I have my things of what if. What if it's just the watcher being a fucking weirdo?
Can't
Listen, he almost got pressed for watching.
This big domed ass mother. Do something, you fucking voyeur.
Nah,
My
the
thing is
first
this.
season was crazy.
I loved it. I loved it.
Nah, that was still the best season.
I
Yeah.
loved it so much. I love that so much. The what ifs is just definitely fan service done right. I appreciate that a whole lot. But
you know what I appreciate a whole lot?
What you appreciate?
Le Bouton Brûlé.
Oh, yes.
Say it. I want you to say it. Say it.
Oh, Le Bouton Brûlé. You know what I'm saying? Apparently it's approved. It's
coming.
He's
yeah.
coming. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not going to stand for a solo movie with that Cajun Popeyes accent. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. You just mad that you got that biscuit in your mouth. He coming.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's just he needs to do a collab movie. He needs to just be thrown in the X-Men movie when they get the whole team together. I'm not if I see a movie called The Gambit, I'm not going. I'm just not.
I'm gonna drag you to it.
No, I'm not. Sacre bleu, sacre bleu. No, I'm not doing it.
Oui, monsieur.
No, I'm not doing it. There's just listen. I'm glad he got the whole story. I'm glad Ryan really got his friend the chance he deserves because he's a good guy. Yada yada yada. But come on, bruh. I told you. For me, I said it in the theaters. I'll say it now. He's so buff, bro. Like this is like a new Gambit. The Gambit I know was slim, lean, tall. It's just like him on steroids. His head in that suit looks like Murdoch. I don't care what anyone says. I just can't. No, not that accent, bro. He's not serious enough. They're gonna have to do some serious fucking writing to make me take him as a serious character.
They're gonna give him some serious writing with that accent. It's gonna come.
God.
And you know what? Just for better advertising, I want them to have a Popeyes in the background of every shot. I want them to have a Popeyes of every shot that he gets. There should be a Popeyes in the background offering biscuits.
Sky, how do you feel about this Gambit being approved now going forward?
I'm excited, actually. I'm glad that you guys are talking about it because, like, 97, like, I recently just watched 97, like, the 2024 version, or was it 2023? Yeah. But yeah, the recent one, and I was like, Like, at first I tried to watch it the first time and I wasn't into it, but then the second time I tried to watch it, I was like, okay, let me get into it. And then I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. And I was like, oh. And then now they have a continuation of a part 2. I was like, yes, I can't wait. And Gambit is like another, like one of my favorite characters in X-Men. Because I'm like, okay, like
and Scott wasn't even around in 97.
Like I was so I'm so doing.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I personally, when it comes to characters, I'm a sucker for a mean bow staff. Donatello is my favorite Ninja Turtle. I loved Gambit as a kid in the animations. I will repeat. I loved Gambit in the animations. I'm not with this Channing Tatum version. I am for his personality. I can't stand the voice.
Whatever. All I know is they need to get Rogue right in whatever series she's coming up. I need to see the yams be correct.
Like yams
90s accurate.
Right. 90s at not 2024 fake 97. Now I need the original animators to cast that right.
AKA the extra crispy, well seasoned.
Tell me, yes. I need that. Her accent I could deal with. Okay, them country yams is nice. Okay. But this Cajun Popeyes commercial forced, like, no, I'm not. See? This redneck French dude, can't stand
You're a hater.
it.
you hate her, and you got Sky so emotional she doesn't even want to be in shot because she doesn't want to be associated with your level of hating.
She wasn't here for the slander. I respect it. I respect it. Listen, it is what it is.
Wait, what did I miss?
I like the fact that the X-Men are actually coming together. I can't wait to see how they do Cyclops. That's gonna be dope.
Who would you have as Cyclops?
I don't know.
Why they just
Like,
can't
Marvel's
get
so
the
surprised.
same person?
I was thinking
Nah.
that too. I would appreciate them rewritten.
James Marsden is way too old for this.
True.
And don't pull that Hugh Jackman because Hugh Jackman looked like he's 20 right now.
That's true. They try to Elektra, and you clearly saw the age on her. You saw the grazing blade. So
I was like, wait a minute, you don't even age as a vampire. What's happening, Blade?
Yeah, he wasn't as buff, he wasn't as cool, but he still did his job. Shout out to Wesley. But yeah. I feel like they do need a new crop, especially since they could get away with it. Talking about it was a different Earth Logan, blah blah blah. So
there we go.
I don't know who would make a good cast for X-Men. Like, who would be today's Storm? Like Jubilee, Rogue. These are very good questions.
How about we put that to our fans? What do you guys think? Let us know some people and who you would cast in the role. I'd be curious, and hell, we can have some people ready by next week too.
Yeah, like I love those for sure. Like, we got to figure that out 100%. That'd be a really good casting. But at the same time, maybe they do different characters. I don't know. We already have the animation.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Sir,
maybe they do a different team. Who knows?
No, I'm not letting these random producers that don't read comic books pick random X-Men because they're gonna nah. They have.
You don't think that'd be a nice refresh reboot? Like, let Fox stay buried.
No, Fox is dead, but they got the structure was right. Fox just fumbled. That's on them, and now they're dead.
All right, I guess I can see that. It is what it is. I'm excited for the future of Marvel, although I'm still petitioning for more Shang-Chi. That's just me, because that was a great movie. I don't know why I can't just keep it going. I've seen Doctor Strange like 5 million more times. Still no Shang-Chi. He went through the portal.
I swear to God, if you bring up Aquafina,
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. Listen, that's a Brandon thing. Shout out to Brandon.
I'm gonna flip in this mother.
That's some Brandon fetish. We don't need to go there. Okay. He likes his rock paper grinding voices. It is what it is. He can do his SAMR by himself. All I'm saying is it was a great movie. I like the character. I'm a sucker for Oriental style stuff. I just feel like that'd be fire.
Now, when you said Oriental, that sounded weird. I'm not gonna bring that up, but we will have to discuss that off camera.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, it's just a cool idea. I just want everyone that actually did a good job to come back. That's my thing, okay? I want the future of Marvel. I want to be watching Marvel movies with my kids. That's how long I want this stuff to go for, okay? Because DC don't do a damn job. But, that's all I got. So
I saw Superman transfer. Spoiler.
Oh, damn. You already
like that?
Ma'am.
Like that?
We can't kick them while they're down.
Wow.
Anytime Sky speaks, it's just like,
tell us how you feel, sis. Tell us how you really feel.
Man. Ma'am.
I can't.
It's a children's show. I don't.
Right.
Is it?
Jesus.
And on that note, guys, we're going to call it a night. Thank you for tuning in. It was dope. We got Sky. Actually, she led the show. It was Bradley out here. Please tell them where to find you guys.
Listen, that dude, Brad26 on everything, man. As always, you can find us here on the Shut Eye Podcast every week. Got some things cooking in the back, but we're here, man. We here.
Yeah. Next week, let's just say you might see a whole different layout. A little bit cooler. Don't let the hype fool you. Later, guys.
Bye.